A very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to Baji Rao IAS Academy. This is Hindu editorial discussion for the date 23rd June 2023. Today we have certain important editorial articles which will be very helpful for your UPSC preparation. We will look into this article from the basic concept and we will help you to achieve this exam. Before moving into the discussion, let's start with the quotation of the day. No one can defeat a powerful mind. This quotation is given by the Chanakya, who himself is an example for the powerful mind. Because we all know Chanakya along with Chandragupta Maurya, they defeated the powerful kingdom of that time, which is the Nanda dynasty. So if the powerful mind make combination with the powerful army, then definitely it will make big success. In case of our UPSC preparation, what do you mean by powerful mind? We want to have the good knowledge over our UPSC syllabus, UPSC previous year question. We want to understand the UPSC trend and what UPSC demand. If you people have this kind of knowledge, then definitely your mind will become powerful. You will clear this exam one day. We, BAJIRAO IAS Academy, help you to achieve this aim in a very short period of time. So you people please join our channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon button so that you get the update of all videos what we are posting. This is the yesterday's question. In which one of the following region was Danya Kataka, which flourished as a prominent Buddhist center under the Mahasangikas located? I told you answer yesterday. Answer for this question is Andhra. This is today's question. Which one of the following makes a tool with a stick to trap insects from a hole in a tree or a log of wood? Option A, fishing cat. Option B, orangutan. Option C, otter. Option D, sloth bear. The answer for this question will be given in tomorrow's discussion. You people please try to give the answer in comment section. These are the important articles. I will show you the important articles from the newspaper itself so that you can understand what to read, what to avoid. This one, unedifying row. Shallow of coal violence justifies court orders on central forces in West Bengal. This article is about the recent development in West Bengal local poll in which the State Election Commission has called for the Central Armed Police Forces for the state security. We will look at this article, what happened in this regard, what is the state government's view on what the Supreme Court ordered. We will look into this article from all these aspects. This article, an organized count to organized hate, it seems to be somewhat politically colored. So I think it will not be helpful for your exam preparation. You can leave this article. And this is spiraling violence. This article is related to the recent development in the Israel-Palestine region, which is the Middle East region. See, this is very important region for UPSC. UPSC mostly focuses on this region. We will look at this article, what's happening in that region. And the next article is a doorway to an entrepreneurial university. We all know in our education system, we have that kind of education where we got only rote learning. But in this article, the author has tried to prove that connection between the academy and industry will bring some good qualities in student. We will look at this article in a very elaborate and vivid manner. Definitely, it will give you some good knowledge. So that's all for the editorial section today. These are very important for the editorials, and there are other news articles which are very important for our preparation. I covered that also. We will look into that one by one. First, I will start with the our Honorable PM Modi's US visit. We all know in this June month, June 21, our PM Modi visited the UN headquarters, New York. After that, he went to the US capital, Washington, DC. where we have very good meeting. Our Prime Minister addressed the session in the US Congress. So now what are the important outcome of this meeting is here we have got push for the many agreements which will improve our bilateral relations. First, what they are saying is they are looking into the different aspects from the defense aspect, from cultural aspect. They also talked about the future generation information technology sharing. We will look all these things one by one. First, in the case of war in Ukraine, our PM Modi and our Joseph Biden, they agreed that they will try to bring peace in the Russia-Ukraine region. And what is the other thing? By enacting these agreements, both US and India has agreed that they are trying to create the defining relationship of 21st century, and they are calling this agreements and relationship as a next generation partnership, because in this agreement or in this partnership they are trying to bring in all the future technologies, all the future requirements in this agreement. Along with this, our Modi ji also emphasized on the soft diplomacy. He tried to address our Indian origin people there. He he felt very proud while talking in the US Congress. He said, "We, the people of India and the people of US, we all are made up of different, diverse ethnicity. We have different language. We have different culture." So he basically focused on the our cultural diversity, and also he emphasized that we both India and US are the democratic nation. We strongly believe in the democratic principle. And what are the other agreements they made here? The jet engine tech transfer. We all know we need the indigenous technology to develop the jet engine, especially for the Tejas Mk2. Now, we have emphasized that US should give agreement. We have the memorandum of understanding between the General Electrical and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. If this memorandum of understanding gets signed by the US Congress, then automatically it will come into force. We will get the technology for Tejas Mk2. And also, in this meeting, we also talked about the IND-US-X. This is the innovation platform of the defense technology. India and US are trying to share the art of technology in the defense related instruments. And also we focused on the semiconductor and semiconductor industry and chip making industry. We all know recently we have come across one important news. The US company Micron has tried to invest $825 million. This will promote the semiconductor industry in India. And also, in this bilateral agreement, we have focused on the space technology. Both India and US agreed to create a mission to the International Space Station by 2024. We also insisted on the US to allow the visa procedure in a very liberal manner. We all know due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the visa procedure has been become strengthened or tightened so that our H1B visa holders and other skilled workforce, they fail to get many visas to enter into the US. From this agreement, US has come to our point. They will try to give the US visa procedures in a very liberal manner. So these are the developments regarding the US visit by our PM Modi ji. But we see this all agreement, but this all should be brought into the ground. We should make some good agreements, good deal. We should share the different technologies so that our aim and our future agreements, our future relation with the US should be in a very good manner. Second article is unedifying row. What happened, guys? We all know in West Bengal we have the local force. The opposition party members tried to insist the state election commission that they need the help of central armed police force to create the secure situation while conducting the election. But State Election Commission always tried to be somewhat like reluctant to hear those opposition party members. So what happened? Calcutta High Court entered into the issue. They ordered to deploy the central forces. See, guys, in case of local elections, it is all about the state government. It has the authority and discretion to decide whether it want to deploy central forces or not. But this power to state government is only applicable in the ordinary cases. But what's going on in West Bengal case? West Bengal regularly, whenever they try to conduct election, they witnesses violence there. So what the High Court has ordered, since the situation is not proper, this situation is not in a ordinary way, the central forces should be employed here. And the High Court ordered the State Election Commission to deploy the central force even by going against the state government. They don't need the state discretion or state government's permission. If High Court ordered that, they should, the State Election Commission should develop the central forces. But the what happened, guys? Both this But what happened, guys? After the High Court judgment, both the state government and the state election commission moved into the Supreme Court. They demanded that this is the power of state government. High Court should not give certain judgment. Even in the Supreme Court itself, Supreme Court emphasized that West Bengal has been frequently witnessing the poll-related violence. So the Supreme Court ordered that whatever the High Court judgment given, it should be followed. While observing this judgment, what Supreme Court is emphasized, guys, it said the motto of the election is free and fair election. Totally, in a single day, they are going to conduct election for nearly 74,000 seats. So Supreme Court ordered the State Election Commission, they should deploy the Central Armed Police Force. But after the judgment, the State Election Commission followed the judgment and they deployed the central armed forces. But what happened, guys? There is another issue. While deploying these forces, State Election Commission just called for the central forces just for 22 districts, one company for each district. But the problem here is they need the very huge force, but they called only few strength. They need very huge strength, but they called only few strength. So this activity seems to be not as the compliance of the judgment, but as the resentment of the judgment, because they are not following the judgment. So again, the High Court intervened in this process. High Court said that you should deploy such amount of forces what we have deployed in the 2013 Panchayat polls. Because in 2013 Panchayat polls, we deployed near about 1 lakh police personnel and 82,000 central personnel. High Court has emphasized that again the same strength should be employed to look after the free and fair election. Recently, whatever happened, guys, in India, this is the democratic government, democratic system. In this, we want to ensure the free and fair election for everyone. For this ensurement, we need to maintain the internal security, so only people will come and cast their vote in a free manner. So whether it is state government or central government, they should cooperate together and they should empower the people to participate in the election, and we should ensure the free and fair election. Let's move to the another article, guys. This is spiraling violence. This article is about the Israel-Palestine issue, guys. See, we all know this is the Israel today, and this is Mediterranean Sea. Here it is Jordan, here it is Egypt, and here we have Syria. Before 50 years, like in 1946, we have Palestine map here. The green shaded part belongs to Palestine. But what happens with the time? The role of Israel has increased. The Israel territory has become enlarged. Now, at last, Only the few parts are with the Palestine government, which are these one and that one. This small part is called Gaza Strip, which touching the border with Mediterranean Sea. And here, this area is called West Bank. Why it is called West Bank? Because here it is one river. It is the eastern bank and it is the western bank. So we call this area as West Bank. Now what happened, guys? Here, Israel Israel army people tried to attack the West Bank region. This West Bank region is controlled by Fateh group, and the Gaza Strip is controlled by Hamas group. These Hamas group are the very powerful and very ferocious people, but the West Bank here controlled by the Hamas group. Hamas group are not that much violent as the Fateh groups. Now, what is the recent development occurring in this region? The recent development is both the side, Palestine and Israel, they are trying to evade each other and they're trying to fight in a very ferocious manner. According to the UN, what happened in Israel and Palestine is Israel has killed the 114, like 114 Palestinians, which includes both the civilians and militants. In case of Palestine, it attacked with nearly 19 Israelis. Due to this attack, now that Israel has started the powerful attack, they try to build some new settlements in the West Bank so that they try to cover the whole West Bank and try to deploy their own settlements, own people there. Because of this development, the West Bank is also trying to retaliate them. Before in history, we see the West Bank has tried to use very small instruments like suicidal attack, knife attack like this. We famously call these attacks as knife intifada. Knife intifada. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it correct or not. It is intifada. Yes. In past, they all think the political solutions will be available. They will try to solve in the amicable manner by the international help. But what happened, guys? The situation has changed now. Before they tried to have only knife intifada, but nowadays they are trying to have the bigger attacks. Hamas people are trying to create bigger attacks on the Israel region. For the retaliation, Israel is all trying to give the rain fire, which is like they are trying to bomb all over the Palestine villages and they are demolishing the houses of attackers. So this is the recent trend going on in that area. But in past, we have some hope that Palestine will get help from the some Arab countries. Israel will get from the US. So what they thought, definitely they will create the two nation because there is already a solution two nation theory regarding this problem. But due to other problem, due to other developments in the recent international arena, getting solution for the Palestine has become very difficult. What happened, guys? The Arab world is trying to make good relation with the Israel. We all see Abraham Accords between the UAE and Israel, and also Bahrain has joined that. Even the China is trying to influence the Saudi Arabia to join with the Israel. So this kind of trend is going on. Now the Arab world, which in the past days supported the Palestine, has left the Palestine. It will not help Palestine anymore. And about US and Europe, US and Europe are very busy in the funding of Ukraine-Russia war. So they will not hear what happening in the Israel and Palestine region. Now, what their author is trying to say here, since the international arena has become busy with the different issues, the Palestine and Israel, they themselves should come to the solution. But what is happening here? They are trying to attack each other and they are creating ruckus in that area. Ultimately, the solution lies in the Israel only, guys. If the Israel freezes its settlements, then the violence in West Bank will come to stop. Let's see what happens in future. Regarding this, we will get more article, guys, and we will explain that. a doorway to an entrepreneurial university. This is one of the important article, guys. This is about the interlinking industry with the institutions, guys. We all know since from childhood we have been in the education institutes, schools, colleges. After completing college, now we get some job according to our skills. But what is the trend of India? In India, we have the skillful workforce only up to 5.4 percentage. We have the formal skill labor force only 5.4 percentage. What about other people? They all are given the rote learning. So the author is trying to say here, by interlinking the institutions with the industries, it will lead to the good skill impartation or in inflection. If sorry, good skill will be given to the students. What do you mean by the new knowledge? The new knowledge is, this article he said, new knowledge will evolve when we combine two different subjects or two competitive subjects. The same thing happening here when we try to combine the biology and chemistry, we got the new subject biochemistry. Also, when we try to connect the artificial intelligence and computer science, we get the more new knowledge. What we are witnessing in nowadays, it is a modern university system where the multi-disciplines are get into the syllabus. We are doing research in it, and we are trying to change our the syllabus according to the need of the hour. Wait, guys. Yes, what the author is trying to prove here, if we give the multidisciplinary studies, this multidisciplinary studies will evolve into new subjects like biochemistry and computing science, which in turn will give us the many subdisciplines like artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence. Because of these multidisciplinary studies, we are also getting the more academic and industrial research work. Because of this research work, we are trying to develop more new products. This will give the economic and intellectual value for universities. Are you all getting me, guys? I think, guys, if we try to focus on more subjects which will be helpful for our future, we will try to do research in this subject. This research will give us patterns and products. These patterns and products will give us the economical value and the intellectual value for universities. Now, what the author is suggesting, we should create the joint enterprise of academia and industry. So, what happens due to this academia and industry collaboration? The academies will understand what is the requirement of industry, like what the machines required, what is the requirement in the market. The academies will understand the need of the people and need of the hour. By understanding it, they will do research and they will try to develop new products and services and platforms and patents. By creating these new products, we will get many patents and we will become more powerful and we will create economical value for all these products. What the author is suggesting here, author is suggesting here to create the bridge between the academy and the industry. But guys, there are also certain other opinion in which the people are trying to say the academy is only for giving the knowledge, not for the commercialization. Because guys, we all know the education is for giving the knowledge, not for the commercialization or for any other economic purpose. It is the view of particular group. But if you see the all over the globe, the trend has been changed. They are trying to create the fine balance between the education and enterprise. Because if we balance the education and enterprise, the student will understand what the market is looking for. So the student will be imparted good employable skills and they will do the serious research and what they want in the future. So what the University Grants Commission, the UGC has suggested, they suggested a new trend which we call as professor of practice. What is this new thing? In this professor of practice, the universities and the college institutions will call call for those people who have experience in the field, not in the books. Those who have experience in the field, they will be called as a professor and they will be interacting with the students. By creating interaction between these practical people and the student will get understand about what is the market and what is the real situation in the underground. Just by giving the book feedback, rote learning, student will not become very skillful, guys. But by interacting these practical people and by student, we can create some lagging. What are the laggings we had that will be filled by this kind of professor of practice? What is the objective of professor of practice? UGC has said that the professor of practice is to enhance the quality of higher education by bringing the practitioners, policymakers, and the skilled professionals into the higher education system. So that what happens, if the student understand what the market is requiring, the student will create good research in that and they will try to become good entrepreneurs and they will create job opportunities and internship for everyone. In future, by inculcating this practice of professor of practice, by inculcating this professor of practice, in future we can create more entrepreneurs. In the future, we will create the entrepreneurs in residence. So that's all about this, guys. This article, guys. We will move into the other short newses. Today only we have three articles, guys, but we have certain important short news which will be helpful for your exam. The SGPC Shiromani Gurudwara Prabandhan Committee, which is one of the powerful committee or party in the Punjab region. What happened in Punjab, guys? Recently, the Punjab government has passed the bill. They tried to broadcast the Gurbani, which is the singing of songs in the Amritsar Golden Temple. The Gurbani had to be broadcasted. The broadcasting right will be given to other channels also. This is the new bill what the new government has brought in. But what the SGPC is saying here, the SGPC Act should be changed by the central government only. The state government does not have any role to play in this SGPC Act. So the Shiromani Gurudwara Prabandha Committee, they are saying to the Punjab governor to nullify the new bill. Basically, guys, what is the problem with this new bill? Already, if you see, the broadcast rights are given to only one group, that is G Next Media, so that they created the monopoly in the broadcasting. This G Next Media is related to the Shiromani Akali Dal president and the former deputy chief minister Sukhbir Singh Badal. So because of this trend, SGPC is trying to stop the new government, but the new government wants the Gurbani to be broadcasted by all the television. And other important news is center grants approval for Kalainar Karunanidhi Pen Movement in Bay of Bengal. We all know, guys, in the DMK party we had one popular leader named Karunanidhi. He is famously called as Kalainar in Tamil Nadu. Due to his death, the new government under DMK, they are trying to create monument which is shaped in as a pen monument in the Bay of Bengal, Marina Beach. So they need the coastal regulation zone clearance from the Environment Ministry. Recently, they got note from the Environment Ministry. I hope in future they will create this monument which will become tourist attract place in future. Third short news is Third short news is Manipur invokes RBI's riot provision to aid borrowers. This is the new thing what we are witnessing, which we have never witnessed in our past, guys. Because in our RBI Act we have certain provisions. Whenever we have any natural calamities, due to this natural calamities, many people may not able to pay back the loan back. Now Manipur government has tried to enact or invoke this article, and they want to give moratorium period for those people who already get loan from the banks. So because of this, those people who all are become victim of the violence, ethnic violence in the Manipur, they will get some moratorium period. In future, they will pay back the loans. Are you getting me, guys? In past days, we just have only one provision. Under natural calamity, we can give the moratorium. But Manipur has trying to give, on the name of internal security problem, they are giving the moratorium. So this is new trend, guys. You please look into this news. It will be useful because definitely this kind of news will be asked in your exams. Maharashtra may allow center to take control of Ambedkar's London house. In London, we have one house which brought by the state government of Maharashtra from the United Kingdom. Recently, the central government is approaching the state government of Maharashtra to give this to central government so that the Ambedkarji's house can be developed into the museum. And the other important article is GE Aerospace of US is making MOE with the Hindustan Aeronautical Limited for creating the jet engines in India. What is this jet engine? F414 engine which will power the MK2 Tejas aircraft, which is the light combat aircraft, guys. And also this engine will be used as a fifth generation twin engine. Since they signed the agreement, memorandum of understanding, this memorandum of understanding will come into force only if they get nod from the Congress of the US. Our PM Modi has visited the US and they are ready to give note for this MOU. In future, definitely we can develop our indigenous engine for our combat aircrafts. PM gives US First Lady a lab grown diamond. See guys, this is very important one for the gesture, for a good gesture. Our PM Modi gifted lab grown diamond to the US First Lady. Due to the environmental cost, the lab grown diamond has become very famous one. Nowadays, the demand for this diamond, lab grown diamond, has been increasing. Already, we all know we have good demand for diamonds, but now the trend has been changed from the naturally developed diamond. The people is moving towards the lab grown diamond. You all should look into the process how the lab grown diamond will be created. In future, definitely we will get regarding articles regarding this. Definitely we will look into that. G20 education ministers agree on equitable use of artificial intelligence. We know, guys, the artificial intelligence technology is becoming so much famous so that all countries are trying to invest in the artificial intelligence. The same thing happened in the G20 meeting. They tried to emphasize on the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence will be inculcated in the education field and they will try to provide good education and skills to the future students. And the last thing is MPC, Monetary Policy Committee, stresses need for inflation vigil. We all know, guys, Monetary Policy Committee, which is headed by the RBI governor, they try to set the inflation target and they try to cut down the inflation within that target. By how they will change this, by how they will try to influence the inflation by changing the repo rate, reverse repo rate, and other certain monetary policy instruments. If we get the chance, we will discuss in the economics lecture about the monetary policy committee and also we will look into the money market instruments. So that's all, guys. This is the video for today. Thank you so much for listening. If you like the video, please press the like button and give the comment about the video. If you want me to develop, if you want me to correct myself in anything, please mention that in the comment. I will try to develop myself. And please try to touch the subscriber button and also touch the bell button so that you will get the notification for the upcoming videos. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day.